The Bitcoin dump keeps on getting worse and worse, and while this happened, we saw yesterday the worst day for the Nasdaq since 2022, wiping out over $1.7 trillion from the market in just one single trading day here. So on today's update video, I'm gonna be discussing the most important news, the reasons why we're seeing this massive wipeout from the US stock market, massive liquidation event on crypto as well. I'm gonna be talking about the opportunities, the price charts, the breakdowns, the price targets, and of course about the most important charts right now in the market, because there are some very interesting things to be seen on this exact correction right now here. So I'm gonna be discussing it all in today's update video. Don't forget to once again watch this video till the end, because I am going to be discussing the most important charts and patterns on today's update video, including the fact that the Trump company is of course massively down here. The Ethereum Foundation is looking at a major liquidation event. I'm gonna talk about it, so don't forget to slap that like button back above 1,000 likes. It will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So first of all, we are once again creating another major CME gap. And honestly, this CME gap is quite big right now here, but Bitcoin just continued to dump after we broke the upward sloping support line. I mean, it was very clear. We broke the support line, and like I mentioned, whenever we break this level, we're of course going to be going in a downtrend, and straight away we dumped lower. But the question right now is this going to be the bottom here? And the reason also why Bitcoin dumped so heavily is due to the US stock market taking a big hit as well here. Because yesterday, like I said in my intro, they had the worst day since 2022, wiping out an approximately 1.7 trillion US dollars. And yeah, yesterday also, Trump signed some more executive orders, really also giving even more turmoil on what is currently already happening. But he did sign some positive crypto executive orders, but the market didn't bounce at all here. Then also we got some more FUD because Mt. Gox apparently transferred over $900 million worth in Bitcoin to a new wallet. And yeah, this is a warm wallet that has been constantly selling. So that was also one of the reasons why Bitcoin dumped ever so slightly. People were afraid that he was also going to sell. And of course, ultimately, that is even more sell pressure. And sell pressure is going to be putting the prices lower. So people are going to be panicking. Then also, there is right now something going on here, because Trump apparently wants the market to be crashed. Because if the market is going to crash, if we're going to be going into a recession, he can get the Federal Reserve to cut its interest rates. And if the Federal Reserve is going to cut its interest rates, stimulation in the economy. And that is what Donald Trump wants here. He wants to see lower interest because the US government has to pay insane amounts of interest on their debt here. And of course, if they don't lower it soon, the US government could potentially go bankrupt. So that is why he wants to put down the Federal Reserve interest rates here. And that is why he is potentially right now crashing the markets with all the things he has been doing right now here. Then also yesterday I discussed on my Twitter page that there was a max pain area, which was 76,000 US dollars. That is where the majority of the Bitcoin long liquidations were laying. Bitcoin exactly went down to 76.5K. And then right now is bouncing higher. So very interesting what we saw over there. Then as well, Trump, his crypto portfolio is down over $300 million. So yeah, he is definitely one of us. And he is also losing a significant amount of money with his crypto portfolio. Then at the same time, I want to be quickly going over the CME gap is around 86,000 US dollars. And one thing is for certain, and is that most of the times, we actually fill up this CME gap. Well, it seems very unreasonable right now here. If I am looking at the chart right now here, honestly, like, I'm not going to be looking at the macro perspective, because the macro is quite bad right now here. That is the reason why we're dumping. But if I'm purely going to be looking at this chart right now, it is looking quite bullish. And it sounds very weird, but it does here. Because what we're right now seeing here on the 4-hourly time frame, on the daily time frame, and on the 12-hour time frame is all bullish divergences. So basically, we're seeing that sellers are exhausted. We're seeing a lower low getting created in the market while the RSI is creating a significant higher low. This is showing clearly that the sellers are exhausted. Here on the 12-hour time frame and the daily time frame, this bullish divergence isn't confirmed yet here, because we need to see a 12-hourly candle close to confirm the bullish divergence. But ultimately, also here on the 4-hourly time frame, it is confirmed, and we're bouncing ever so slightly higher right now here. This is a sign that the sellers are right now exhausted in the market. And that is honestly a very great thing here, because as soon as the sellers are getting exhausted, we've seen, of course, the major liquidations already happening on Bitcoin and its long positions. It is ultimately going to be sending the market much, much higher. So this is a great thing here. Well, of course, the macro environment is quite bad here. So that is of course the reason why we can't be 100% certain for the price to very strongly bounce here, because the macro conditions are a little bit worse here. Then on the daily time frame, guys, we came down towards the support box I drew about like 2 or 3 weeks ago here. We exactly bounced from off that support box. That is this previous high in the market that right now is providing support for Bitcoin. So yeah, we made a push towards the upside. Then now we're making the push back down again here. But honestly, like we have seen in many previous bull markets, such kind of a correction is very normal here in the cryptocurrency market. And ultimately, that does allow you major opportunity to accumulate bigger positions in the market. So yeah, we're seeing a major distribution here, but honestly, I do see this in a bigger perspective as still a major opportunity for accumulation, and especially on cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, etc. So the market and of course the spot Bitcoin ETF has been continuously still selling their position. And while this is always happening, Michael Saylor announced a plan how he's going to be raising 21 billion US dollars. Yeah, $1 billion US dollars, guys, to be giving you a very clear view on how much that is here. In the entire year of the accumulation on the spot Bitcoin ETF, we saw about $35 billion. And Michael Saylor is set to raise 21 billion US dollars to buy more Bitcoin. And honestly, I have the idea that a lot of people don't know how big this is here. If he can go through with this $21 billion US buy, he's most certainly going to be sending the market much higher. And he can absorb a lot of sell pressure. And probably is going to be reversing the market back towards the upside again here. So that is at least what he's looking to do here. $21 billion worth of Bitcoin he is going to be buying. That is ultimately going to be super good for the market. So, well, indeed, we got some bearish news. Well, indeed, the market is quite weak here. He still wants to be accumulating more here. And my positions on my grid trading bot here are right now like 2% underwater. My Ethereum position is a little bit more underwater. But like I stated many previous times as well here, I am still accumulating in these ranges to sell back higher. And that is, of course, what these grid trading bots exactly do here. They accumulate along the way down here and they sell along the way up here. So yeah, honestly, while it's in the current small little loss here, I do believe that whenever the market is going to be rebounding, of course, and if you right now want to be using any of these grid trading bots here, especially since the market is down quite heavily right now here, don't forget to check out Pionex in the link description of today's video, because if you sign up an account using that link below and completing KYC 2, and also, if you deposit $100, you will get a free $100 rewarded to your account here. So definitely worth to check out here. Make sure to use the highest link description of today's video. Further on, I want to be pointing out that Bitcoin, of course, on the bigger perspective, is right now once again coming down towards its purple range here, which is the accumulation range, which is historically been known for. And yeah, we could be seeing that similar like 2017, we are potentially seeing somewhat of a bear trap right now here on Bitcoin. I mean, we've done it multiple times here. I mean, look at Ethereum. Ethereum is falling off a cliff here, coming down here, and hasn't even seen a bull market, hasn't even seen a new all-time high here. Very interesting. But if you're looking at Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, if you look at the Ethereum dominance, it is both sitting at an all-time low in terms of momentum. It is extremely oversold here. And usually these are the periods, indeed, it looks bad here, but where the biggest opportunities to lay here. Then at the same time, if I'm looking at Bitcoin, and it's very important and interesting chart here, we're seeing that the funding rates are going negative again here. And this basically means here is that the majority of the traders are preferably trading short instead of long here. And historically, whenever this happens, it also allows major opportunity to occur. And we have seen one of the largest, I say one of the, but the largest liquidation event here, even larger than the FTX collapse, larger than the Celsius and Three Arrows Capital collapse. This is really a very interesting time here, because usually whenever we see such big liquidations in the market, it usually comes together with extreme fear, and extreme fear usually allows extreme big opportunity. So very interesting. Of course, right now I want to be doing a small little deep dive in towards Ethereum, because there is still some thought about Ethereum that the Ethereum Foundation, it has got a liquidation for approximately $100 million US dollars. If the price hits about $1,100, that would be quite bad for them, of course. And yeah, if that is going to be happening, we're going to be probably see even lower prices. But yeah, we did know that US banks can right now be validators of the Ethereum network, but so far it hasn't really done anything positive for Ethereum. But in the on-chain data, we're still seeing that the Ethereum whales are heavily accumulating positions right now here. I mean, the daily chart keeps on falling lower and lower and lower. And it looks like there's just no ending in sight here right now for the Ethereum chart. If I'm looking at the weekly level, I was accumulating in this gray box right now here, but of course I've got some more accumulation levels set up here for my Ethereum trade. And now it even came down towards this previous high in the market. And of course, if we break below this level, my next target is going to be $1,400 here, which is of course quite a low target for Ethereum. So yeah, Ethereum hasn't seen a bull market, but is indeed having a major breakdown. A lot of people are in disbelief here. I mean, I'm also a little bit in disbelief that Ethereum is breaking down so quickly and is not reacting so strongly here. But this is the reality right now where we're getting. I mean, what we're looking at right now here is truly to see this bullish divergence play out for Bitcoin. That would be, of course, the life changer. That would be the lifesaver. And yeah, if we do see a rebound here back towards the upside and break above the previous high, that's the only way on how we are going to be saving this major downtrend here. Because we are currently trading in a downtrend, but we are seeing slight little signals here that this could be ending right now here. And if that would be, of course, an insane opportunity. So yeah, this was it from me in today's update video, guys. It's very important to be on top of your game right now in this such kind of a market. Bitcoin is down, Bitcoin is bleeding, but yeah, whenever there is blood in the streets, it's the best opportunity to, of course, be accumulating. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys back again tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.